Well, hello, it's me again. I'm Louise Savage of Louise Savage Muses, and I'm here because I'm feeling a little bit more positive and slowly recovering from this horrible lurgy that I've got. So I thought I'd have a chat about some of the books I bought recently. So a few weeks ago, it was half term, and my husband and I went down to Suffolk, which is a beautiful county. If you haven't been, you're missing out. I've fallen in love with it. I just love the architecture, the people. They do really good beer. Yeah, it's a really beautiful part of the world. Anyway, and we were staying at a place called Bury St Edmunds, and we met up with Simon, my son of Savage Reads fame, and went to visit the lovely Harris and Harris bookshop, which you can find on Instagram, and I really recommend. Anyway, we went to visit, and I purchased some books there, so I thought I'd share. That's why I'm clutching this bag, this lovely brown bag, which is full of the books that I bought. And to be quite honest with you, I haven't looked at this bag since I got back because I've been poorly. I can't remember what I bought. So this is going to be a really nice surprise as I delve in. So what did I pick? Really don't know. So let's have a look. Okay, so I have here, I have a book by Attia Hosain. What's it called? Sunlight on a Broken Column. I think I was totally attracted to this book. A, because it got the word column in the title, and I absolutely love grand buildings. I've just referenced architecture just now. But also, I think it's to do with the part of the world where the story is set. So Layla is an orphan daughter of a distinguished Muslim family, brought up in her grandfather's household by her aunts who keep purdah. At 15, she moves to the home of liberal but autocratic uncle in Lucknow. As the struggle for independence sharpens, Layla is surrounded by relatives and university friends caught up in politics, but unable to commit to herself. I adore books that take you to different parts of the world. I've got a fascination with India. I've never had the luck to go, but I would absolutely love to travel to India at some point. So this book, on the surface of it, certainly ticks lots of boxes. It's also introduced by Kahila Shamsi, who is one of my favourite authors. Love her work as well. Her retelling of Antigone, I'm trying to remember the name of the book now. That's terrible, it's gone. But that's one of my favourite books. So, it sort of appears to come well recommended, that one. Okay, what else have I got in here? Oh, a hardback. Oh, yes. A grand tour. Sorry, it's very sunny in here again. I need to sort myself out with my recording. A grand tour of the Roman Empire. I hope you can see that. Now, I read a book a couple of years ago called How to Look After Your Slaves, and it's authored by Marcus Sidonius Falx, who is completely false. He's a sort of pseudonym adopted by Jerry Toner. And I absolutely loved that book because it's a really clever, it informs you about slavery in ancient Rome. Jerry Toner knows his history, so it's very well researched, and it's like a manual for how to look after your slave, written by Marcus. So it's really entertaining, but really, really informative as well. So anybody who's interested in the ancient world, anybody who's travelling to Italy or all the other wonderful places in the world where there are Roman remains that they want to go and visit, I really, really recommend reading that book. But this one's called A Grand Tour of the Roman Empire, so I'm really excited by this. And I'm actually very excited, doubly excited, because I'm planning to read this either while or just before I head off to Italy during the Easter holidays. So very, very exciting. That should really whet my appetite. What else have we got in here? Oh yes, now there's another sort of classical theme. Oh look, oh yes, now I bought that while I was at the bookshop as well. Harris and Harris Books card, beautiful, really captures, again, hope you can see it, really captures the visit really nicely. Okay, so this is Law by Alexandra Bracken. I've been tempted to buy this so many times and thought, no, it's too long. I've got too many books to read. Sometimes I need a break from reading things classical, much as I love it. But I am really, really looking forward to reading this now. So what does it say? In modern day New York, a murderous game is about to begin. The Agon. Every 7 years for 1 week only, Zeus punishes the gods and makes them mortal. Forced to walk the earth, they're savagely hunted by the descendants of ancient bloodlines who are eager to kill a god and seize their divine power and immortality. So, you know, an obviously really inventive spin on classical myth. And I love the fact that it says hunt or be hunted, hunting imagery. I'm just studying the Bacchae, which is a play by Euripides, which was written in the 6th century BC. 5th century BC, 5th century BC, and you know, we've been exploring with my students. We've been exploring all the hunting imagery in that play. So yeah, it looks fab. Now here's a firm favourite of mine. This is the Cricklewood Cricklewood Tapestry rather, by Alan Coren. Now I don't know if you've come across Alan Coren. His daughter Victoria Coren Mitchell is a sort of celebrity and game show host and whatever, commentator in Britain. But anyway, her father was a writer, columnist, and he just makes me howl with laughter, really, really belly laugh. So this is called the Cricklewood Tapestry. And it's just a series of sort of mini essays, if you like, but they are very, well, I haven't read them yet, but I'm assuming they will be really, really funny. So we've got all sorts of things. We've got Dolly Mixture, we've got Servant Problem, oh, there's a theme emerging there, Legging It, Curious Yellow, Sheep Might Fly, you know, they're all sort of flights of fancy. So he does all sorts of wonderful things he does parodies, lots of parodies as well. You know, he parodies bits of the Bible, he parodies classical myth, he'll adopt a character, and there's some wonderful things about Neolithic man, and he's just, yeah, if you haven't come across Alan Coren, I highly, highly recommend him, and I don't think he will have dated. Hope not. I think there's 2 more books in here. Okay, so here I have Colo Hill by Neema Shah. Now again, I've heard lots of positive things about this. I've been wanting to read this for a while. And isn't it strange how names crop up? Because it gets a lovely quote on the back from Nikesh Shukla, who is the man behind the Good Immigrant and those sorts of non-fiction compilations of essays which are trying to redress the balance, really, I suppose, and give a voice to black writing. So he's recommended this, an impressive debut about family and survival against the backdrop of a history that is which is not written about enough. Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on. So it's set in the 70s, and it just sounds absolutely fantastic, all about the situation in Uganda. So I'm very much looking forward to reading this one. And it is odd, isn't it? Because this morning I finished reading One Big Sky Day, Leonie Ross, which is up for the Women's Prize. I'm not going to give my thoughts on that book at all. When I got to the end, I was reading the acknowledgements, and she was thanking Nikesh Shukla. He gets a mention in the back of the book. And then here he is again, quoting on the back of this one. So there you go. It's a whole web, isn't it? This book world, this big web. I don't know what's at the centre. And finally, a book that, again, a second-hand book. I don't know if you can see that. So it's written by H.E. Bates, and it's called A Love of Flowers. And I couldn't quite believe it when I saw this. They've got a really nice gardening section, and I'm a very keen gardener, upstairs in Harris and Harris. And H.E. Bates, I know from writing The Darling Buds of May and Love for Lydia and all those lovely sort of gentle, beautiful novels of his. And I didn't know he was a fan of gardening, and I started reading this in the shop and I almost couldn't put it down, because he's clearly loves his garden, and it's all about the beautiful flowers in there. So I'm very much looking forward to, this is the sort of book that I probably won't read cover to cover. I'm not very good at reading non-fiction cover to cover. I have to kind of dip into it every now and then. So that's what I shall be intending to do. Anyway, I just want to say thank you for putting up with that. I don't know why I'm saying that. But it was really nice to, that's my first sort of, what do they call it? A book haul. That's my first book haul. And actually it's really enjoyable doing that, reminiscing about what I bought and why I bought it. So I think I could probably manage one of these again. Anyway, hopefully, I'm not sure what I'm going to move on to do next, but because I do know what I'm going to be reading over the next however many weeks, and that's going to be all the lovely, lovely, lovely Women's Prize books. In fact, I'm hoping that I might do something about those when I next speak to you all. Anyway, take care. Thank you so much for your continued support. Thanks for all the lovely messages about my health. I am definitely feeling, today I feel like I've really turned a bit of a corner, so I'm really hoping to be back on my feet properly within the next few days. Anyway, love to you all. Take care.